Hey everyone, time for another video, and this week's reading was Exodus 20 through 40, and Leviticus 1 through 10. Next week is Leviticus 11 through 27. For this video, I'm focusing on whether it is possible for man to see God. In Exodus 33, verse 11, it talks about how Moses spoke to God face to face. But only a few verses later, it says it's not possible for man to see God without dying, which doesn't really make sense. I don't understand how people can look at this and just be like, okay, it says it in the scriptures, this is how it is. Especially, and then you go into John, where is it? Here it is. 1 John chapter 1, verse 18. No man hath seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, which is in his bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. Now, saying that no one's ever seen God, which they knew of Moses, so they're saying he hasn't seen God, yet he talked to him face to face like a friend. And then 6 chapters later, in verse 47, says, not that any man hath seen the Father, save he which is of God, he hath seen the Father. There it's saying that if you're a prophet or a worthy person, you can see God. Now that totally contradicts itself. I mean, saying no one can see God, and then you're saying you can see God if you're good. Now, being a Latter-day Saint, we have been given the Joseph Smith translations, which is where he went back into the Bible and he went through some of the verses and he changed them according to how the Lord told him to. Because the Bible has been around so long, verses and wording have been changed because they didn't have printers. So to get another book, you would have to take it and you'd have to write everything down, word by word. But the thing is, it would be very easy for that one person to just change some of the words, take out a little bit. No one would know because they didn't write it. He wrote it. He went all the way through and he wrote this. Now this is probably the influence of Satan. But looking at Joseph Smith's translation for Exodus 33, verse 20, says, and he said unto Moses, thou canst see my face at this time, lest mine anger be kindled against thee also, and I destroy thee and thy people. For there shall no man among them see me at this time and live, for they are exceedingly sinful, and no sinful man hath at any time, neither shall there be any sinful man at any time that shall see my face and live. He's saying that when you're sinful, when you're bad, God's anger will burn you up. You will die if you look at God. Also, translation for John 1, Luke, verse I think this is it. And no man hath seen God at any time, except he hath borne a record of the Son, for except it is through him no man can be saved. So, you have to be exalted to see God, and it's very hard. Now this is one of the reasons people don't accept that Joseph Smith saw God, because it says in Exodus 33:20 that no man can see God unless he dies. But through our understanding and revelation, you can see God. You just have to be exalted and be very good. And oftentimes God will hide his face from his prophets when they are bad. And kind of like how I understood it is like, God is like the sun. He is so bright that if you aren't prepared, you'll just burn up and die. But he kind of like gives you sunglasses and he's like, here, this is okay. You can see me now. You're not gonna die. But it's just, I love being LDS and things making sense, because if I was reading the scriptures and I got to Exodus chapter 33, I'd be like, it's just that Moses spoke to God face to face, you know. I think the exact wording is like, he spoke unto him face to face like unto a friend. So, you know, they're just talking. But then a few verses later, it's like, no man can see God lest he die, you know. But hopefully, if any non-members are watching this, you know, it makes sense, and that if they have any questions, go ahead and ask. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye!